Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you watched my latest haul video, you will have seen I recently got from AliExpress the Phoenix pencils. You can get these in a 50 or 100 pack, so of course you guys know me, I bought the 100 pack, I couldn't resist. They come in this kind of cardboard case and then these cardboard magnetic books, a little bit like the Eroji 10 do, their little boxes, and these are rather a beautiful collection. I'm sure you've seen them all over YouTube at the moment, as they are rather a popular art piece. So you've got the cardboard folder that they come in. It does have this little piece that tells you, I'm assuming it tells you the colour names and a bit of information. It is of course not in English, so I don't know, put that back in there. And then we have these beautiful boxes. So we have, let's see, we have a black box, a green, a red, a yellow and a blue, with these beautiful artworks and almost a 3D die cut card effect. And when you open them, the magnetic closure pops up and you've got the little box and a tray of pencils inside. Again, they have information on the pencils in the lid, but of course that is not in English, so I don't know what it says. But you have these beautiful pencils. They say Phoenix colour and they've got this bit of artwork across the top. Again, I'm assuming this probably has the colour information on it, but not in English. So these are not going to be marked or named or numbered in a way that you can recognise, so you might have to mark them up if you want to. I'll be honest, I won't be defacing these pencils like that. They are a capped end, they're a very lightweight pencil. I don't think that's going to be an expensive wood in any way. They're not a particularly expensive looking pencil, they're just a pretty pencil. So the blue box has some blue, some green and some purple. The yellow box with the tiger has some yellow, some orange, and I'd say a little bit of an orangey brown base in there as well. The red box gives us, hang on, a bit of a push, some pink, a little bit more purpley toned pinks and a couple of reds, and I would call that an orange as well there. And then the green box gives us all of our beautiful greens, and we look to have an aqua on the end there as well. And then our black box gives us a white, which is good, a black, and then we have our more neutral tones. So we've got some kind of creams and ivories, your pale peach. I'd call it almost like they've done a bit of a skin tone set. You've got your dark browns, your reddish brown, and then your paler tones, and then you've got your greys, and I know there's a blue and a purple in here, but to be honest, I mean, they would also class as quite useful for skin tone underlayers, so I can kind of see what they were going for there. Obviously you can have a blue undertone and you shade with violet, so maybe, and your kind of blue greys there on the end. We'll probably know more the way they're going to look when they swatch out, but it looks almost like your shading and your skin tones are in that set. I might be wrong, because obviously I don't have any information on it, because other than that it just looks very random. There's some beautiful pictures on these pencils. I mean, they're all quite different as well. Can you see they all have different pictures on these pencils? Very unusual. Beautifully unusual. This one seems to have a lady on it. Look at that. Beautiful. And you've even got your silica underneath there. Can you see that? That is a silica packet to stop them getting damp. Okay, so we're going to do the crazy thing and swatch these, I think. This is by no means, little disclaimer guys, this is not a review. This is an opening and a first impressions, and I will swatch them for you. I haven't used these at all yet, so we cannot call anything a review. I'm going to bring these in so you can see, and we will start with our blue box. So if you don't like swatching guides, you might want to skip ahead. I won't be offended. Our blue box has a little bit of everything. I'm assuming they meant to put the kind of aqua and turquoises into here. I'm just going to go from left to right in these boxes and just swatch out. I haven't sharpened any of these yet, so of course if they're a little bit scratchy, anything like that, you just need to take off your top layer from them, and they will usually perform much better after that. Let's see what we've got. We've got 100 pencils to play with here, so I am expecting rather a good colour array. That gives them a decent amount of pencils to play with. I think you could do a whole video alone just showing what the ends are on all these pencils. Just the pictures depicted, they're all rather stunning. It kind of makes you not want to use your pencils, but I'll be honest, I'm not the kind of person that can buy 100 pencils and not use them. I even use my Felissimos like a crazy lady, but what's the point in having them if we're not going to use them? They're a pretty good price actually. I think I paid, what did I pay? It came to just over £50 in the end from AliExpress for the 100 set. Not really bad for a set of pencils. I think you're paying that little bit more for the pretty packaging really, aren't you? Because I wouldn't say that these are going to be an amazing set of pencils for usage, and obviously you've no light fastness information on them at all on the packaging, so you can't really rely on anything like that. But they're going down surprisingly nicely. They're quite a smooth colour. You're getting immediate good colour payoff. Like, they are not wishy-washy swatches. That's the kind of pencil I like. I want colour. I want it now, I want it fast, I want it realistically yesterday. And I don't want to have to work ridiculously hard for it. Nobody's got time for that. These are beautiful. I love these aquas. I suppose I can see why they've put those with the blue set, with them being those kind of, you know, aqua turquoisey colours. I suppose they're not technically a full green. That is very pretty. Back to the blue again. That one's a little bit scratchier. That's probably going to be nicer after a sharpen. It might not. I think so though, it seems to be a bit nicer as I use it. As always, they've fallen into that pit of very, very similar colours. But I suppose with 100 pencils it's hard not to. Blue's a blue, no? I do like the tones. And I do like the depth of these two. They're not quite as dark as they're showing on camera, but they've still got a nice amount of depth to them. And I love this kind of grey blue. I love that feel that you get, you know, as you get that first row of swatches down and you're like, oh, yes, I like these. I'm looking forward to using these on a page. There's nothing worse than swatching pencils and thinking, yeah, they're alright. These are really nice and quite creamy, but they're not a soft pencil. I'd say they're probably going to hold their lead quite well. Got that little bit of usual dust you'd expect, but nothing horrendous. Definitely say this was a purple tone to this blue. Moving into the purples now. I love how dark that is. Already impressed. Really nice deep purple. I hate it when you get a set and the darks aren't quite dark enough and the lights aren't quite light enough. I haven't seen anything too impressive in the light side yet, but the dark, quite happy with. This is close, but I would really like to see that really, really pale powdery blue pop up in my set. You guys know how I feel about that. I always mention it. It's a thing. Those are essentially almost exactly the same colour. They always do this in purples, I've noticed. The more I do swatch, the more I see it. And then you always have this kind of gorgeous, slightly paler tone. That's a bit warmer. Those are almost exactly the same colour. Right, that is box number 1. Our blue box looks like this. Very pretty. I'm tempted to label my boxes, but I haven't got a pen, so it's not going to happen. Right. We're going to do the yellow box. Yes, we are. Just going to go in order of what they've got in the box, which is going to make this rather a strange order, I think. Got this nice tanny brown. Quite an orangey brown there. It is a shame they don't have a number on. No, I mean, like I say, I assume they probably do have a label on them of some kind. It's just not in English. So it's not really the pencil's fault. I don't speak their language, and we can't really hold it against them. Into these more kind of honey colour now. And that is a gold, and I would go as far as to say that is a metallic pencil. You know, I don't use metallics, but I'd have said so. It's there. Oh, a really vibrant deep yellow, tiny bit of orange to it, bit of a goldy tone, one fluorescent yellow, it's very bright. Oh no, hang on, There's your fluorescent, I think. That one was just a bright yellow. Again, don't really use fluorescent colours, but I'm sure you can make room for a yellow. I'd say this was more of a cream. It's a little bit too dark to be an ivory. Creamy yellow. Don't know how well you guys can see these paler colours, sorry for that. And a yellow. I think these sets all seem to overdo their yellows a little bit. It's a very rich, vibrant yellow though. We're just starting to move into the oranges now. I'd say that's very similar to a goldenrod kind of colour. Like a Prisma. Might be a little bit too yellow actually. I think goldenrod has a bit more orange in it. Got a beautiful orange. And a fiery orange. That is gorgeous. Maybe back down again. That's can't decide. Is this supposed to be a fluorescent orange? Thinking so. It's actually quite nice. Fluorescents can be very patchy. And if that's what that is, it's not patchy, which is good. Into those kind of more darker, more rustic oranges now. That's actually very pretty. Would we go so far as to call that a terracotta? I think so. Ooh, got a bit of a red orange there. Very nice. Oh, I think it's safe to say that's a brownie orange. Well, I think they've done their oranges justice. We're getting into more of those Churro Browns now. That is a nice brown. It's almost like a dark mink. You guys know what I mean. It's nice. I'm one of those weird people that gets quite excited over nice browns. Very pale though, can't remember now. I'm hoping there's some nice darker ones in one of the other packs. And we're back to an orangish brown. And that is the second box. Push those away. Can I get them all on? We'll do that. Box number 2. Our yellow box. Okay, third box. We have our, are we calling it the red box? I think it's safe to say it's the red box. Let's try this one. Again, I'm going to do them in the strange order they come in the box. And that is what we call pink. Pink. I think that might be supposed to be the fluorescent. It's not really a colour I would use, but pretty nonetheless. You've got your proper bubblegum pink. Pretty much a staple for these sets. And then your baby pink. Again, I think just the, that slightly paler pink would have been nice. It's quite pale, but you know what I mean, that really, really pale tone. That is a beautiful salmon and a very rich pencil. That is nice. I think we've got a couple of reds now. Let us see. You've got your more scarlet tone. Oh, it looks to my eyes to have a little bit of pink in that. That is an orangey red. Beautiful, but it's definitely got orange in it. There's your true scarlet, I think. Yeah. Yeah, same as always. Close, but not kebab. Slight bit of pink to that. Just a little. Same again. Got some pink to that. That true vibrant red is just hard to obtain, isn't it? I would say it's kind of a magenta. More of a purpley pink there. And we're getting into some purples again now. Hope you guys are alright with the way I swatch. I like a deeper swatch going into something a little bit more blended out, just so you can see the two ends of the colour that you'll get from that one pencil. I think swatching's a very personal experience, isn't it, from what I've seen. Everybody likes what they like. Your cooler purple there. That is pretty. Bit more pink. And we're back to pinks again. That is a bright pink. It's rather in your face. Not a bad selection of pinks, really. Can tend to be a bit scarce, can't they, sometimes? More of a purple tone to that one, just a little. Another baby pink. I think I'm getting a bit of deja vu here. That one is slightly darker, not much in it. That is the end of box number 3. 2 to go, guys, 2 to go. We're nearly there. Don't think I'm going to get them all on one page either. Very disappointing. Might start on my second one then. That needs to look a little bit even if they're going to need to be on 2 pages. Right, we have our green box. Next. Zoom you guys back in. Lock that. Right, let's do this. Again, I'm going to go the way of the box. Left to right. And we'll see what we've got. From the swatching, I mean, they're a nice pencil. They're going to be nice enough to work with. They're nothing to write home about. You know, you're not going to use these pencils and be like, oh my god, they're amazing, I'm going to throw my luminance in the bin. But, you know, they're surprisingly nice. I think you're probably, you know, you're paying that extra for the beautiful box that they come in. I think if anything, the real intrigue in this is, I think, what a beautiful gift. You know, just with how pretty the box is and how beautiful those pencils are. If you know, if you have a friend that's into pencils and you want to get them a gift, I think that's kind of the real beauty of this set, is just what a beautiful present to open from someone. You know, just the down to the beautiful books they come in and the gorgeous artwork on the pencils. I think that's where this set shines more than anything, because then, yes, they've also got a nice set of pencils to use. I mean, they haven't stimped on you. You've got a whole box full of greens. So I'm pretty sure you would find something in there for everyone. That's on top of the aquas that we had in the other box earlier. Trying to decide if I would have liked a slightly darker shade. I know on camera these two look, well, these three probably look really, really deep, but in reality they're a little bit lighter. I mean, you know, you add black or grey in it, it doesn't matter anyway, but I think I would have liked to have seen one really, really deep. Ooh. Don't drop your box of pencils on the floor, Emma. Green. And of course, why is all the pale one always like a fluorescent? I think my pencil's moved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They did. I fixed it. It's okay. Right. almost a gold, to be honest there. I'm still not mad at them. Can't be mad at these beautiful pencils. I can see they're going to get away with a lot. Interesting. Beautiful. Immediately in love with that green. That is a stunning, stunning colour. Favourite. You win. Love that. Like a sage. What do you call it? Like a sage green. Beautiful. Right. Final box. We are into our strange black box. It's a little bit of a shame mine took a little bit of a bash in shipping. Usually I would not be at all bothered, but just because kind of, you know, let's be honest, the main purchasing feature of these is these beautiful boxes. I am a little bit disappointed that the packaging didn't survive, but it's not the end of the world. The pencils are fine. We have a white. I mean, you know, I can colour on a bit of paper with it for you guys if you like. There we go. And this is what I was waiting for. The pale blue in this set. Just how pale was it going to be? Beautiful. They didn't disappoint me. I have my pale blue. Just need my pale pink and my dark green. And I would have been completely happy. So we've got this kind of random purple. Along with a random, we're going to call that lavender maybe. It's like a bluey purple I think, and then a lavender. Ooh, now that is a beautiful blue. That's more like it. One nice deep blue. Maybe they really have just popped your shading colours in. I take everything back. There's my dark green. Had not realised that was a green in the box. I'd say it's a grey green, but I'll take it. There's the dark green that I wanted. Right, we're into the greys now. Another green grey. Most certainly quite a bit of green in that. And your true grey there. We have a French grey. That is definitely, well, is it a French grey or warm grey? I think it's leaning. It's kind of in between both, I think. No, I'd call those a French grey. I love French grey, very happy. I'm alright with it. I'm not perfect, I'm not really completely sure whether what you would call it, but it's either a warm grey or French grey, very pretty. We then have this really, really pale grey. You maybe go so far as to call that an ivory, to be honest. I think we would call that an ivory and a cream. So, yep. Brown. Ooh. Did they give me the browns I wanted? It's quite a deep chocolatey brown there. Actually, no, I don't think there's that. I don't think there is red in that actually. So there's your more neutral brown. That would make this your... We're a burgundy. Actually, we're a bit too brown to be a true burgundy. We'll call that our chocolate. That kind of reddy brown. If you add a bit of that, a bit of red over that, and it'll give you a burgundy. We have our black. Is a nice black. So I assume, is this our grey black? Yes, just a very, very dark grey there, rather than a grey black. I talk too much, don't I? I know you guys know what colour things are. It always seems like you should be saying something rather than just silently swatching. Not trying to insult you by pretending you don't know what an orange is. It's just so the whole video is not completely silent. Do we call that? It's quite a salmony colour. And there's our beige. No, maybe that's a slightly orange tone, that's more beige. And then, no, we can't be. Did they fulfill every wish I had? There is our pale, it tricked me because there's no pink in this. This is definitely not a pink barrel. But that is a beautifully pale pink pencil. They've redeemed themselves. They gave me my browns, my dark green, and my pale blue, and my pale pink. They left all the goodies to the end. Well done. 150 quid set of 100 pencils has fulfilled my colour needs. So I think that would also be an absolutely beautiful gift for someone that was interested in pencils and didn't yet have any, because I really do feel they would have the full range of whatever they needed, really. I don't think they'd be, you know, kind of sat around for a good while wishing they had different colours to what was in there. I'm going to bring you out. We'll relock that and we will show you what we had. We're gonna have to come a bit further out. Too many colours. That is our beautiful set of 100 pencils. I just don't think you can be mad at that. It does feel like they gave you, you know, they stuck a skin colour set at the end. It's got these beautiful dark rich browns and then your paler undertones, even your, you know, your skin undertones, that kind of blue, purple, green, and then your greys, your ivory is in there, your cream. It feels like a blender box, but could just be them chucking random pencils in, who knows. Not disappointed. Pale blue, pale pink, all in one set, boom. So yeah, I hope this has been useful, guys. I know I ramble, sorry, you can always skip past whatever you want. We have 100 Phoenix pencils in their beautiful boxes with that amazing artwork on, and I hope you enjoyed that. Please give me a thumbs up as always if you find the unboxing useful to make your own decision, and as always guys, if you enjoy the channel, please give me a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.